This is going to be mostly a cold narration of one of my Facebook posts from 8 years ago. But it seemed deep and I wanted to read it. I just haven't read the whole thing in 8 years, so follow along. April 30th, 2014. I chose to dine by myself today. I needed a moment to contemplate and sort of reset myself. I'm going through somewhat of a difficult transformation. I don't really feel like I belong anymore, and that is difficult. I've struggled with this for some time, but lately it's become more pronounced. When I say I don't belong, you must understand there is much change in my life right now. At work, at home, legally, financially, and in every single aspect of life, every bit of it needs my full attention. I am and have been suffocating beneath the stress. I prioritize and move to the must-do now piles, what must be done now. And as for the rest of my life, I'm running on autopilot. I've run on autopilot so long I fear I may be as lost as a Malaysian jetliner. So not belonging isn't a cry for help or a statement of emotional distress, simply to say I am trying to figure out where I fit in this world, my world. With everything, I've sort of distanced myself from everyone to assess the situations. That wasn't the answer. But feeling pulled in multiple directions, it just happened. As they say, if you can't say something nice, then say nothing at all. I have no desire to ruin anyone's day with me stuff. So for perspective, I'm sitting in this restaurant eating alone. Sitting diagonal from me is an elderly couple, 70s at the youngest. I've observed them sitting there, staring at their plates. A random, "This dessert is nice," paired with a nod, or one, "Phyllis is getting out of the hospital Tuesday," with an under-the-breath mumble of affirmation. Some would look at this and get all doe-eyed and think about how nice it would be to have someone you've been with that long, blah, blah, blah. I, on the other hand, am on the verge of a panic attack. No conversation after all those years? You have nothing to say? You've heard all the stories? See, I've been caught up in these 2 to 3 month-long flings for ages, it seems. I used to have a rule. I'm good for about 6 months in a relationship before I or they bail. Following my last significant intimate relationship 3 years ago, which, let me add, was less than 6 months long, I realized it was more brief than even that. So people, all they want is forever. Forever scares the crap out of me. I found forever once, or so I thought. But I was sure of it at the time. I was so wrong, devastatingly wrong. Who would trust my judgment? I sure as hell wouldn't, and don't. I seem to be the only thing that is forever. And for all the aforementioned lack of belonging, I am aware that the key to feeling like you don't belong is to make sure you do. But that's my endless cycle. I want to belong, I just don't know how to. I don't know where I fit. The most tragic thing about a broken glass is when the glass doesn't realize it's broken. It allows itself to be filled and refilled while it carelessly hemorrhages its contents. At least I know I'm broken, right?